In this video, we're going to be looking at rebranding a PLR ebook or report. Now, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at the software that you need in order to rebrand your ebook or report, and then we're going to look at how you actually go about rebranding an ebook, how to change the ebook graphics, the importance of adding new graphics, and then how to convert the ebook into a PDF file. Now, when it comes to rebranding PLR packages, ebooks and reports are actually very straightforward and very easy to rebrand, especially if you have the original source files. So, for example, if I just open one up here, this is a different one from the one that we're actually going to be rebranding, but it's just to give you an example because the one we're rebranding is slightly different. I'll explain that in a second. So this is just a standard report that I've got PLR rights to that I can rebrand, and normally when you get something like this, you'll have two files. One is the source document, which is like a Microsoft Word document, and the other is the actual PDF file, and it's the PDF file that you would give to your customers, or would give away or sell to your customers if you were selling it, or allowing them to download it for providing you with their email address from a squeeze page. But what we would need to do is actually edit it at the source file level, so which is why we've got like the Microsoft Word file here, and it's this one that we're going to be editing. So if I just open this up here, now each one is obviously different depending on how long the ebook is and how many graphics it's got. This one is quite straightforward. It's only got one graphic at the front here, and it's just the rest of it is, well, some graphics in between, but not very many. The rest of it is text. So rebranding is a very straightforward process. Literally all you would do is go through the ebook or report and change all the instances of the original product name with your new product name. So for example, you know, in this one it's Link Wheel Mastery. Depending on what we'd come up with as a rebranded name, we would change that there. And we'd go through each of the pages. If there was headers, some of them, there'll be headers in each of the pages that you have to change. And just go through the ebook, changing all the instances of the name. Then what you would do is change any front graphics. So for example, here is an ebook cover. We've already created e-covers, so all you would do is just swap that out. You just highlight it, for example, delete it, and then go to, let's see, insert, and let's have a look, picture from file. Click on that, and then you can select the file, you can select the image and paste it in, and that would be how you would change the image of the front cover. And it's exactly the same to change any of the other images throughout the ebook. And when you're done, that's pretty much it, because if you're happy enough with the content, then you don't want to change too much. Occasionally there may be an instance where you actually want to change some of the content around, which is fine. You can add content in or take content out, that's entirely up to you. But it's really a case of going out and going through the product and changing any instances of the references to the original product name and any graphical references. And then you can add your own graphics. Now, it is important to add your own graphics. First and foremost, obviously want to add your own cover graphics, because that's part of the rebranding process. But you also want to add some of your own images as well. For example, see, we've got this image here, which is absolutely fine. However, if you want to change that image, then by all means change the image, put a different image in, because it just makes it more unique to you, and just differentiates it from other versions of this ebook or of this report. If you add your own graphics in, you're just making it more unique, and it's a quick and easy way to rebrand an ebook and make it more unique to you, rather than going through all the text and changing large portions of text. What you also want to do is go through and take away any links if you can, or you're allowed to take away any links to external sites that, for example, aren't yours, that are maybe promoting affiliate products, and change them to your own affiliate links. and we'll talk about more about that in a second. So this is just a standard report, and I say it is very easy to edit in that way. So this is the type of thing that you can normally get. Now, if you don't have Microsoft Word, then you will need a text editor of some sort. So if you don't have Word already in your system, then I would highly recommend OpenOffice. If you go to Google and put in a search for openoffice.org, hit enter, should be the first one here, and it's essentially a free version of Microsoft Office. It does everything that Microsoft Office does. So it's got a spreadsheet application, it's got a Word application, a text application rather, graphics, images, all that kind of stuff. But for us, we'll be using the Microsoft Office Writer, which is the OpenOffice Writer, which is the OpenOffice version of Microsoft Office, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's a quick rundown how you would rebrand a sort of standard ebook. In this example of the product we're creating, what I've actually done is I'm actually taking a 5-part course. So it's set up as a sort of autoresponder series of messages, but what I wanted to do, rather than have it as a course, I wanted to amalgamate it into one document, into one report. So what I've done is I've taken the original document that had the 5 lessons in it, and if I open it up here, and what I've done is gone through and edited out all the instances of references to the daily lessons, for example, and the original name, and essentially turned it into a report, essentially, with 5 chapters, I think it is. So I've gone through that and taken out all references to sort of autoresponders and what have you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start adding our graphics. Now, in terms of like free reports, if you don't have graphics to hand and you want to get some, a quick and easy way to get some graphics for your reports and ebooks is if you go to Google and put in a search for advanced image search, which is this one here, and it should bring up the Google Advanced Image Search, and if you click on that, you can see here you've got some options. So you put in your keyword in here, and then down here you see usage rights. You can actually specify only images labelled for reuse and for a commercial intent. If you select that, then you know that the images that you'll be getting access to can be used in a commercial setting, so you should be able to use them, for example, in your reports and your ebooks without too many problems. Okay, but obviously always double check and keep yourself right. So what I've done is I've already gone and downloaded some images to add into my ebook or my report. So if I open this up again, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save it quickly, and we will save it in our file we created, which was this one here, and we'll call it local mobile mayhem report, and we'll click save. So what we'll do is we'll just move this down and we will add in our first image, which is our front cover. So if we go to insert, let's see, insert image, insert picture from file, and if we just select this one, there we go, and then if we just adjust that and expand that out, there we go. So the first page has our e-cover on it, and then the second page, normally what you put in here is something like a legal disclaimer, so we actually have that here, which is fine. So I'll cut that out and put that in the front here. Okay. What we'll do is we'll just center that, make that bigger and bold that. Okay, and then normally what I do is I would put in a table of contents in the next page, and then if we'll move this down here and start organising our different sections. So, okay, here's the first sort of chapter, and this is an ideal place to put in our first graphic, because the graphic obviously splits up the text a little bit and makes it easier to read. So if we go again, insert picture from file, put that in there, that's fine. Okay, and then you just obviously go through and just tidy it up and edit it as you need it. Okay, that's fine, that's going into a new page. And then insert picture from file. And you can adjust the images very easily like that. And then just make sure you tidy up your text. And again we'll insert another picture here. Let's see, insert image from file. Okay, that's good. And what I could do is go out and get another couple of images for the other chapters. Just move that down into its one page. Okay, so what I'll do just now is I'll get another couple of images for the last couple of chapters, and what you can see it does is automatically the ebook or the report starts to take shape, and it just breaks up the text and makes it easier to read with the graphics. So I'll just get the last couple of graphics right now. So I've now gone and got the last couple of images and added them to our report here. So that's in there. So each of the chapters now has a new image to go alongside it, and as I say, we've edited the text as well, just tidied everything up, added our front cover graphic to the top of the document. So there's only another few things we need to do just to tidy everything up before we can export it and create a PDF file from it. So one of those things, we're going to add some page numbers, we're going to add a header for each page as well, and we're also got to add our table of contents. Now before we can add our table of contents, what we need to do is we need to make sure that each of the headers here, such as this one, are in an H1 tag. The reason being that OpenOffice, the software that we're using just now, has a function that will automatically create a table of contents for you, but each of the headings need to be in an H1 tag. So we'll just quickly do that just now. So what I'll do is I'll go through each of the pages and make sure each of these are all in H1 tags and all lined up. And the way to do that is just simply highlight the header, and then up here in this box here where it says apply style, do the drop down and click heading 1, and then I'll just center it like that. So I'll go and do that for the rest of the pages. So I've now gone through the document and made sure that all of the chapter titles are in an H1 tag. So what we'll do is we'll actually do the table of contents last, but before we do the table of contents, let's add a header and a footer for each page. And the way to do that is very simple. Just go to Insert and see header and select the default, and we'll do the same, Insert, footer and default. Okay, what that does is it automatically inserts a header and a footer onto each page. Okay, so what we'll do here is we just need to take this page away, so I'll just do that just now. Actually what I'll do is I'll just move this graphic up here and put it in this page here, and I'll just move everything up. Okay, that should be fine there, and then we can adjust each of these pages as we need. So I'll just go through and just make sure everything is right. In fact, I need to move that down and keep this page for our, there we go, for our table of contents. Okay, now what I'll do is let's add the header, and if we go into the top box here, and this is where you put, for example, the name of the ebook, so, or the report. So in this case it's local mobile mayhem, there we go. And what we'll do is we will center that as well. Okay, and if we just scroll down, you can see that it's automatically added it to each of the pages, which is what we want. And then what we'll do now is we will do the footer. So if you go into the footer here, what you need to do is if you just go to Insert, and we want to go to Fields, and we can put Insert Page Number, and we can also center that if we wish. There we go. So we've automatically added a header and a footer, and we've added the report title to each of the pages, and we've also added the page number to each of the pages. We've also made sure that each of the headers for the different sections are an H1 tag for the table of contents. So now the only thing left to do is just quickly go through and just justify all the text and make sure it's all in order, and make sure that each of the start of each chapter is in a new page. So I'm just going to go through and do that right now. Okay, so I've gone through the report and I've tidied everything up. I have made sure that all the chapters start on their own page, and what I've done, I've actually increased the size of the font as well, just so that it looks better when it's converted to a PDF. So before we do the last thing of adding their table of contents, the other thing I've done is, if we go right to the end, I have added a conclusion as well. Now if you remember back at our marketing funnel that we were setting up, part of the marketing funnel was that the free report that we're giving away in this case would have links back to the video course that we're selling, and also links to our affiliate products as well, so that we can generate traffic and revenue from both of them. So the conclusion is an excellent place to put those links. So what I've done here is I've done just a very quick conclusion where I've said I hope you've enjoyed the report and found it useful and informative, and then spoke a little bit about the topic of the report. In this case it's QR codes for business. I've said QR codes are here to stay and offer an excellent new way to advertise your business. I hope that this report has helped clarify how you can best use QR codes in your business. Then I've gone on to say, if you wish more information on how to maximise your business and advertising returns using the power of QR codes, then feel free to check out our full video course, Local Mobile Mayhem. And this is where we put two links, one linking the text the anchor text of the product name, and one with an actual HTML link, a URL link, sorry, going back to our web page that sells a video course. So we've got two links there going back to our sales page, and then below that I've also added a section recommended resources, and it would be here that you would add your affiliate links as well. So you can say something along the lines of below are some recommended resources that we feel may benefit your business, and you can put the links to those products, and obviously within those links are your affiliate links, so that when the person visits the affiliate site and purchases the product, you get the commission for it. So that's how we use the free report to generate traffic and revenue for our video course and for our affiliate products. So we've gone through it, we've made sure everything's in the right place, we've made sure our headings are H1 tagged, we've added some graphics and changed some graphics around, and we've made sure that we've put in a header and a footer with a page number and the product name as well. So the last thing to do is add a table of contents. So we've got the blank page here that we left for it. So if we just click into that, and then if we go to insert indexes and tables, and then click indexes and tables, and we see here we've got table of contents selected, which is what we want, and if we just click OK, that creates our table of contents for us. And then the last thing to do is just go through and make sure that they match up, because obviously you've added text here, so it does throw off some of the stuff below it, but it's no big hassle. Just quickly adjust everything and make sure it's as it should be. So again, if you just go through and do that, there we go. Just a slight adjustment is normally all that's needed to make sure everything is in the right place, which it definitely seems to be. Excellent. So we now have our free report ready to be turned into a PDF document. So the way to do that, very simply, is just go to File, and here, so halfway down, is the option Export as PDF. If you just click on that, and if you just double check all these settings, everything should be fine. The default settings are what you need, and click Export, and then just give it a file name, and we'll just call it Local Mobile Mayhem, and click Save. And that's it. We have now created our free report, and if I just go into it, we can see it's here, and if I just open up, double click on it, we can see that we now have our free report with our table of contents and everything that we've added. So it's now ready to be uploaded to our website when we get it created and downloaded as part of the free giveaway for people giving us their email addresses. So that's how you edit your ebooks and reports for your rebranded products. And the next video we'll go on to look at rebranding PLR video.